Welcome to the Storytime English channel. Enjoy the video.
At the airport.
Hello, my name is Jack. This story will help you understand what to do and expect at an airport. Arriving at the airport. When you arrive at the airport, the first thing you need to do is find the entrance to the terminal. Airports are usually very busy, so it's important to stay with your family or group and keep an eye on your belongings. As soon as we entered the terminal, we checked the flight information board to find our check-in counter. It showed the airline, flight number, and destination. Check-in. At the check-in counter, we showed our tickets and passports to the airline staff. They weighed our luggage and gave us boarding passes. It's important to make sure your luggage is not too heavy, or you might have to pay extra fees. We also received luggage tags for our checked bags. After that, we headed to the security checkpoint.
Security checkpoint.
The security checkpoint is where you and your carry-on bags get screened. First, we lined up and showed our boarding passes and passports to the security officers. Next, we placed our bags, jackets, belts, and any metal items into trays and put them on the conveyor belt to go through the X-ray machine. We also had to take off our shoes and place them in a tray. Electronics like laptops and tablets must be taken out of bags and placed in separate trays. Then, we walked through a metal detector one by one. If the alarm sounds, the security officer will check you with a handheld scanner. After passing security, we collected our belongings and put our shoes back on. Finding the gate. With our boarding passes in hand, we followed the signs to find our departure gate. The gate number was printed on our boarding passes. On the way, we passed many shops and restaurants. We had some time before our flight, so we decided to grab a snack and relax. It's always a good idea to arrive at the gate early to avoid any last-minute rush. Boarding the plane. When it was time to board, the airline staff called passengers by groups, which were printed on our boarding passes. We lined up and showed our boarding passes and passports again. The staff scanned our boarding passes, and we walked through the jet bridge to the plane. If the plane is smaller, you might have to take a shuttle bus to the aircraft. Inside the plane. On the plane, we found our seats and put our carry-on bags in the overhead compartments or under the seat in front of us. It's important to listen to the flight attendants' instructions. They showed us how to buckle our seat belts, where the emergency exits are, and how to use the oxygen masks and life vests. Once everyone was seated, the plane taxied to the runway and prepared for takeoff. During the flight. During the flight attendants served drinks and snacks. It's important to stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on. I spent my time reading a book, listening to music, and looking out the window at the clouds below. If you need anything, you can press the call button for assistance. Remember to stay hydrated and stretch your legs if it's a long flight. Landing and disembarking. As we approached our destination, the captain announced our descent. We fastened our seatbelts and made sure our seats were in the upright position. After landing, the plane taxied to the gate, and we waited for the seatbelt sign to turn off before standing up. We collected our carry-on bags and walked off the plane, following the signs to baggage claim. Baggage claim and customs. At the baggage claim area, we watched the carousel for our checked bags. It's important to keep an eye on your bags to make sure no one takes them by mistake. Once we had all our luggage, we headed to customs. We showed our passports and answered a few questions about our trip. Sometimes, customs officers might check your bags, so be honest about what you're carrying. Exiting the airport. After passing through customs, we walked to the arrivals area where our relatives were waiting to pick us up. If you need transportation, there are usually signs for taxis, buses, and car rentals. Flying can be a bit stressful, but knowing what to expect makes it much easier. I hope this story helps you feel more confident about your next trip through the airport. Safe travels.